Every night, millions of older adults lie down hoping for rest, yet wake up even more exhausted. Not just physically, mentally, emotionally, the kind of fatigue that coffee can't touch and pills can't fix. According to the Sleep Foundation, nearly 45% of adults over 60 report frequent morning brain fog, a heavy, sluggish feeling that lasts well beyond breakfast. And here's what I've found after 3 decades in the field. This isn't just about poor sleep. It's about what your brain is or isn't getting in the hours before you rest. We're told to wind down, to avoid screens, to dim the lights, but no one's talking about what your brain actually needs to repair itself overnight. And sometimes that answer is not a pill. It's something warm, something real, something that's been quietly sitting in your kitchen all along. For those of you just joining us, welcome. If brain health, energy, and sharper memory are important to you, hit subscribe so you never miss what matters most. Now, let me be clear. This is not some trendy diet trick or overpriced supplement. What we're talking about is real food, simple cooked vegetables that can lower brain inflammation, help flush out mental toxins, and support emotional clarity the next morning. I've seen it firsthand in patients who were on the brink of giving up. Seniors who told me, "Doc, I sleep all night, but I wake up feeling like my mind is stuck in mud." So here's my promise to you. If you stick with me through this video, you won't just learn about 3 of the most underrated brain-supporting vegetables. You'll understand how they work, how to use them, and how to finally feel like your mind is working with you again. No fluff, no trends, just science, stories, and food that actually helps. And it all starts tonight. If there's one vegetable I wish more seniors would take seriously, it's pumpkin. Not the sugary pie filling. I'm talking about real steamed soft pumpkin served warm in the evening, like a comforting blanket for your brain. What makes pumpkin so powerful is not just its flavor or texture. It's what happens once it enters your system, especially before bed. Inside every bite of cooked pumpkin is a blend of beta-carotene, natural tryptophan, and brain-calming minerals like magnesium and potassium. That combination is like fuel for overnight neuro repair. Let me explain. As we age, the brain's ability to regulate inflammation declines. Microglial cells, the brain's internal cleaning crew, become sluggish. Instead of sweeping away toxins during sleep, they leave behind debris. That's when mental fog creeps in. Memories blur and thinking feels slow. But studies show that foods rich in carotenoids like pumpkin can reverse that trend. In 2021, the Journal of Medicinal Food published findings showing that daily intake of beta-carotene reduced age-related cognitive decline by supporting the health of hippocampal neurons. This is the part of the brain responsible for memory formation and emotional balance. Even more compelling, a 2022 study from Seoul National University tracked older adults who consumed a simple 150-gram serving of cooked pumpkin at dinner for 6 weeks. The result? Improved sleep quality, lower markers of neuroinflammation, and a significant increase in morning alertness compared to the control group. Now, here's what I've seen in my own practice. One patient, Arthur, came in complaining of forgetfulness and afternoon crashes. We ruled out major conditions. His sleep was average, but his brain just felt tired. I asked him to add a small bowl of mashed pumpkin to his dinner 3 times a week. Within 2 weeks, his words, "I can follow conversations again," said it all. That's not magic. That's nutrition doing its job. What makes pumpkin unique is its gentle effect on the nervous system. It's natural. Tryptophan helps boost melatonin without overstimulating the brain. Its slow-releasing carbohydrates stabilize blood sugar through the night, preventing the 3:00 a.m. adrenaline spike that so many seniors mistake for insomnia. And then there's magnesium. Just 100 grams of cooked pumpkin contains enough magnesium to activate GABA receptors in the brain, the same pathway many anti-anxiety drugs target. But this is nature's version with none of the side effects. So, how should you eat it? Keep it simple. Steam or boil fresh pumpkin cubes until soft. Add a touch of cinnamon or turmeric for extra anti-inflammatory support. Skip the butter. Skip the sugar. Let the natural flavor speak for itself. Aim to eat it warm, about 1 to 2 hours before bed, when your body is shifting gears from alert to repair. The key is consistency, not quantity. A few spoonfuls tonight won't change your life. But over weeks, that repeated signal to your nervous system tells your brain it is safe, supported, and ready to heal. That's how true change begins. Not with pills, but with patience, presence, and the right kind of plate. Of all the vegetables we overlook, the humble carrot might be the most misunderstood, especially when it comes to the brain. Most people associate it with eyesight, but what they don't realize is that cooked carrots, when eaten in the evening, can help stabilize brain chemistry, reduce oxidative stress, and quietly support cognitive clarity by the next morning. The key lies in how carrots behave once they're cooked. Unlike many vegetables that lose nutrients under heat, carrots become more potent in certain ways. Cooking breaks down the tough plant fibers and releases more bioavailable beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant that plays a direct role in protecting brain tissue from damage caused by free radicals. But beta-carotene isn't the only star here. Carrots also contain luteolin, a naturally occurring flavonoid that has been studied for its impact on neuroinflammation. In 2020, the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging published a study showing that luteolin can inhibit inflammatory pathways in microglial cells, the very same cells responsible for cleaning out toxins and maintaining balance in the aging brain by reducing the inflammatory load. Luteolin helps preserve neural connectivity, especially in areas responsible for memory and emotional regulation. What does that mean in simple terms? It means that a warm serving of steamed carrots at night may help your brain maintain its internal housekeeping, improving your chances of waking up with sharper thoughts, steadier moods, and a quieter mind. This becomes even more important after age 60. When the brain's protective barriers become more vulnerable, the blood-brain barrier, which filters out harmful compounds, weakens with age. According to a 2019 study in Frontiers in Aging Neuroscience, dietary flavonoids like luteolin can help reinforce this barrier, making it less permeable to toxins and inflammatory compounds that accelerate cognitive aging. There's also a hidden benefit that most people don't expect. Cooked carrots contain modest levels of natural sugars, enough to signal satiety and stabilize blood sugar, but not enough to spike insulin. This balance is critical for seniors, especially at night. When blood sugar dips too low during sleep, the body responds with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which can jolt the brain awake. The slow, steady digestion of carrots helps prevent those nighttime crashes, allowing deeper, uninterrupted rest. From a texture standpoint, they're easy, onaging digestive systems. Soft, warm, and soothing cooked carrots are a sensory comfort as much as a nutritional one. That warmth alone can send a calming signal to the vagus nerve, helping the body shift into a parasympathetic state, what we often call rest and digest. Timing is important here. For maximum benefit, aim to eat your cooked carrots about 90 minutes before sleep. Steamed or lightly roasted is ideal. You don't need a full plate. Just a small serving alongside your dinner is enough to deliver consistent support over time. You can pair them with a drizzle of olive oil to enhance absorption of fat-soluble nutrients, or add a pinch of ginger for an added anti-inflammatory boost. What matters most is keeping the preparation simple and avoiding added sugar or heavy seasoning. This is where real nourishment begins. Not in the extreme, but in the consistent. Not with noise, but with quiet, steady signals your brain knows how to read. And the humble carrot, often ignored, might be the very root that helps restore your mental clarity, one bite at a time. When most people think of cabbage, they think of coleslaw or a bland side dish. Rarely do they see it as a tool for deep neurological support. But that's exactly what it can be when it's cooked and timed right. Cabbage is part of the cruciferous vegetable family alongside broccoli and kale. But unlike its more popular cousins, cabbage offers a gentler, more digestible option for seniors, especially in the evening. And while it may not carry the flash of exotic superfoods, what it does inside your brain overnight is quietly remarkable. Let's talk science. Cabbage contains glucosinolates compounds that, when broken down through cooking, convert into sulforaphane and indole-3-carbinol. These natural metabolites have been shown to support detoxification in both the liver and the brain. In 2018, a study published in Molecular Neurobiology found that sulforaphane helps stimulate the brain's antioxidant defense system, increasing glutathione levels in aging neurons. Glutathione is often referred to as the master antioxidant. It's your brain's internal cleaning solution. Without enough of it, toxins build up, memory slows, and brain fog thickens. Cooked cabbage helps your body make more of it naturally, safely, and steadily. But cabbage has another advantage. It's rich in vitamin K1. While K1 is often praised for blood clotting and bone health, it also plays a role in brain aging. In 2019, researchers writing in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition observed that seniors with higher intake of vitamin K had significantly better verbal memory scores. The authors suggested that vitamin K may help regulate brain cell signaling, especially in the prefrontal cortex, which governs decision-making and focus. What makes cabbage especially powerful before bed is its combination of low calories, high fiber, and calming minerals like calcium. The fiber supports your gut microbiome, which is increasingly recognized as a direct communicator with the brain. A healthy gut leads to better neurotransmitter production, especially serotonin, which affects mood and sleep cycles. One of my patients named Helen struggled with anxious sleep for years. I recommended she try a simple routine. Sautéed cabbage in olive oil with garlic. Eaten alongside dinner 3 times a week. After 2 weeks, she said, "For the first time in months, my mind didn't race at night. It just settled." That's not rare. That's what happens when you give your nervous system the right raw materials to work with consistently. So, how do you prepare cabbage to support your brain? Keep it light. Steaming, braising, or sautéing are ideal. Avoid heavy spices or vinegar, which can irritate digestion in sensitive stomachs. Add in a few slices of garlic or a dash of turmeric to amplify the anti-inflammatory effects. And if you've had issues with gas or bloating in the past, try smaller portions, about half a cup at a time, to let your body adjust gradually. Don't be fooled by its simplicity. The layers of cabbage hide more than flavor. They hold a quiet, steady power that speaks directly to the parts of your brain responsible for peace, memory, and focus. The best medicines are often the ones no one talks about, and cabbage, cooked, warm, and humble, deserves a place on your plate and in your nighttime ritual. Now that you understand how these 3 vegetables work, pumpkin, carrots, and cabbage, what matters most is how you bring them into your routine. The power isn't in knowing, it's in doing. And the good news is this plan is so simple. Anyone can start tonight. Here's what I recommend to my patients when they ask, "Doctor, what do I actually eat?" Begin with a dinner that finishes at least 2 hours before bed. This gives your digestive system time to process and settle, making space for deeper rest. Build your meal around one of these vegetables each evening, not all 3 at once. The goal is to rotate them so your brain receives different nutrients throughout the week without overloading your system. For example, on Monday, serve warm mashed pumpkin with a drizzle of olive oil and a sprinkle of cinnamon. On Tuesday, enjoy steamed carrots with a pinch of ginger. On Wednesday, sauté shredded cabbage in olive oil and garlic. Then repeat the cycle. Simple, natural, no complexity required. Portions don't need to be large. About half a cup to 1 cup of the cooked vegetable is plenty. These foods are nutrient-dense. What matters is consistency, not quantity. If you want to boost absorption, combine these vegetables with healthy fats, like extra virgin olive oil or a small slice of avocado. Avoid sugar, heavy sauces, or processed seasonings. Let the vegetables do the work. Timing is just as important. Aim to eat your dinner around 6 agours to 700 p.m. That gives your body time to move from digestion into restoration before you lie down. The brain begins its natural repair window between 1000 p.m. and 2 a.m. That's when nutrients from these vegetables are most useful. Hydration also matters. Drink a glass of warm water or herbal tea after dinner to help move nutrients into your bloodstream without straining the kidneys overnight. Most importantly, commit to this plan for at least 3 weeks, not 1 or 2 nights. The brain responds to rhythm, to habits, to messages, repeated over time. That's how true healing begins, not through intensity, but through gentle repetition. You don't need perfection. You just need a plate, a stove, and a little intention, and I promise you, your brain will thank you. Every morning, you wake up clearer, steadier, and stronger. If you've stayed with me this far, I want to thank you not just for watching, but for caring about your brain. That alone puts you ahead of the curve. You now know something that most people never hear in a doctor's office, that your brain doesn't only decline with age, it adapts. It responds. It regenerates if you give it the right environment to do so. And often that environment starts with food. Not flashy supplements, not pills, but warm, humble, nourishing vegetables that have been part of human healing for centuries. Cooked the right way, eaten at the right time, and repeated with calm consistency. Pumpkin to soothe the nervous system, carrots to sharpen clarity, cabbage to clean out mental fog. None of them are trendy, but all of them work. If there's one message I want you to take away from this, it's this. Your brain is still listening. Even if you've struggled for years, even if you've been told it's just aging, there is still room to feel better, to think clearer, to wake up and feel like your mind belongs to you again. You don't need a perfect diet. You need a pattern of small, smart choices. And this right here is a beautiful place to begin. If this video gave you hope, share it with someone who might need that same hope tonight. Leave a comment below. I read them all. And if you're new here, consider subscribing so you never miss another step on your journey to better brain health. Until next time, take care of yourself. Your mind is worth